My name is Teagen and I am a consultant. My area of expertise is in events and executing them at a high level. The most impactful lesson that I've learned in the event industry is get everything humanly possible done the night before, because you don't know what you're going to wake up to. And whether that means you wake up to a plane that's not going somewhere and that's where you need to be, or items that didn't arrive, I always try to set myself up for success the night before by getting everything I can get done possibly, so that if I do wake up to a fire, I'm ready. My favorite project is the Growthward Summit, of course. It's the biggest, it's the coolest, it has the biggest budget that I get to do all the fun stuff with. And it's just a unique event because, it's really about the hallway conversations and keeping an intimate group where you don't feel like you're lost in a crowd of 7,000 people, but still getting great content too. When you're throwing an event like the Growthward Summit for 400 people for 3 days with VIPs and big speakers and all of that type of thing, the planning really begins a year out, and that's okay, we got a date, we got a time, we got a theme, and this is how many people, and then you really just start building on that. So maybe 6 months out, we have all the speakers confirmed of who's going to be there, and then after that, then you would start to build the content for the workbook, because then who's coming, and so it builds on itself over time. But if you don't start early, it builds really big. I think one of the biggest challenges is really your communication with the attendees and choosing the best route, whether that be email or a phone call, to make sure that they really do get all the information that you need them to have in order to show up and have a good event. So I think the hardest part is getting people to read the whole email, honestly. The standard attendee that would come to an event would probably get 8 to 9 pieces of communication with me between 10 days before the event, leading up until the day of. So that would be emails about different programs or how they can invite their friends and different things like that, and then communicating the details multiple times so that they, even if they missed the first 5 emails, they got the workbook in the 6th email. I enjoy when I get to walk away from a successful event, that feeling of knowing like I did it, everyone came and they were happy and there was food and it was the decorations and it was beautiful. Just that feeling of accomplishment, that it's almost like a high when you walk away from, you like, oh, all the chaos and the work and it was nuts, and then the weather and you're like, but we still did it, and they had no idea anything went wrong because they didn't know what was supposed to happen. And so it's just that thrill of the completion of the success of an event.